Once upon a time in the heart of the savannah lived a giant elephant named Ellie. Ellie was not just any elephant. Her heart was as big as her enormous tusks. So when she heard a tiny voice calling for help one day, she knew she had to lend a hand. Or should I say a trunk? From far away, Ellie heard what sounded like a tiny sob. It was a little turtle crying out in the vast savannah. He was so small, just a little speck in the endless sea of grass. But Ellie, with her keen elephant ears, could hear his cries. She set off towards the sound, her large feet pounding the ground, kicking up dust that danced in the air like a miniature tornado. As Ellie approached, she saw a little turtle struggling to climb over a fallen log. His tiny legs worked hard, but he just couldn't get over the obstacle. Ellie, with her great big heart, couldn't bear to see the little turtle in distress. She walked over and gently lifted him up with her trunk. The turtle was so tiny in comparison to Ellie that he looked like a crumb on her nose. "Are you lost, little one?" Ellie asked in a soft, rumbling voice. The turtle looked up at Ellie with tears in his eyes. "I'm on my way to the river to lay my eggs," he said, "but I've been wandering around for hours and I'm exhausted. I just want to find my way back." Ellie felt a surge of sympathy for the little turtle. She knew how important it was to reach the river in time. So without a moment's hesitation, she decided to help. "Hop on my back," she said kindly. "I'll take you there." The turtle hesitated for a moment, unsure if Ellie would be able to help him, or if she might just be too rough and accidentally hurt him. But seeing the kindness in her eyes, he decided to trust her. He climbed onto her back and nestled in the curve of her neck, and then they set off on their journey to the river. They walked for hours. Ellie carefully maneuvered through the tall grasses, making sure not to step on the little turtle. Sometimes they had to cross small streams, and though the water was no problem for Ellie, she made sure to slow down and go very shallow so as not to harm the turtle. After a while, the sky darkened and the wind picked up. A big storm was on its way. Ellie knew they wouldn't make it to the river in time, so she did the only thing she could think of. She lay down under a big tree, and with the turtle still on her back, she curled her trunk around him, shielding him with her body. As the storm raged around them, Ellie could feel the little turtle trembling on her back. She kept humming softly to him, trying to calm him down. When the storm finally passed and the sun came out again, Ellie stood up and shook herself. The turtle, who had fallen asleep during the storm, tumbled off her back and landed on the ground with a soft thud. But Ellie was too focused on one thing to notice. She carefully looked around to see where they were. And to her surprise, they had reached the river. The little turtle looked up at Ellie, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Ellie," he said. "You're the kindest elephant I know. Couldn't have done it without you." Ellie smiled, her heart swelling with warmth. She realized that being strong didn't always mean being the biggest or the most powerful. Sometimes it meant having a gentle heart and helping those in need. As the little turtle started his journey home, Ellie watched him go. She knew that even though they were different sizes, they both had something in common. They both had hearts full of kindness and courage. From that day on, Ellie continued to be the kindest elephant in the savannah, always ready to help anyone who needed it, no matter how big or how small. And that, my friends, is the story of Ellie, the elephant, and the lost turtle. Do you have a story you'd like to share? Please do in the comments. We love reading your stories. And if you liked this video, please click the like button. Thank you for watching. See you next time.